Okay guys, question of the day. Should I modify this bike? So this is my Z125 Pro Kawasaki. It's a 2017 model. I've only got about maybe 700 miles on it. The only thing I've done to it is these mirror extenders so I can see around my elbows, and then this, the Vagabond tail fender eliminator kit, which cleans the back end up really nice. I like that. Other than that, this thing's completely stock. Z125 is an interesting little bike. It's really only made for, I think, two things, and that is if you need to commute around town, maybe to work or run errands, and you don't need to go on a road that's faster than 35 or 45 miles an hour, this would work for you. Because it doesn't do anything else. It can't go fast. You're not carrying any luggage. You're not carrying a passenger. All it does is just jitney around town. So I think it's made for people that need to do that. And then I guess for people like me, that would be the second person. Somebody that already has, you know, one or two bigger bikes that do all that other stuff, and they just want a toy. That's where this bike comes into play. And they've earned their spot, I think, as that. You're seeing more and more of them around. I went to a meetup the other night, and it was probably a good 50 people at that meetup. And there was, I was gonna drive by and just do a drive-by and just see what was there. And as I pulled up on this stupid little bike, people were going crazy and waving me in. Like, come on in. Come park in here. And I turned in, and there was a bunch of these bikes sitting there. There's a whole line of them. There's a bunch of people riding them. So I parked mine right in line. And everybody else was heavily modified. Mine was the only stock one there, really. There was even one there that was a Grom with a 300cc engine swap in it. They took the Honda CB300 engine and threw it into a Grom. Surprisingly, you couldn't even tell. It was like a sleeper bike. You couldn't tell it was in there at all. It looked perfect. But for this bike, I'm not sure what to do. Should I throw a bunch of money into it for performance or not? So if you have one of these, and you did modify it and you really like it and it's better, tell me why, what you did. Give me the part numbers and brands and how much they were and where to get them, what the best ones were. I think to get any more power out of this, you gotta do the three basics. You gotta do the intake, you gotta do the exhaust, you gotta do the fuel programmer. And then you probably gotta take it to somebody with a dyno to have them dial it in. So all of that, I'm guessing it's probably like $1,000. And here's my problem with that. I think for me anyway, the main purpose of this bike is just to be an around the town fun bike. And as it sits, it does that. It's a ton of fun right now. So do you waste $1,000? Is it more fun if you throw the money into it and get all those upgrades and get whatever 2 more horsepower out of it? Does it make it more fun? Because it's already fun. But I really think it's going to be about $1,000. I mean, it intakes 150, exhaust 250, programmer 350-ish, plus someone making all that work in sync correctly. Yeah, probably about $1,000. So should I do that? Should I waste that money on this, or just leave it as it is? If I leave it as it is, it'd probably be the only bike I've ever owned that I never modified. Or is there other upgrades out there that I'm forgetting that would be better? Maybe new bars. These bars are kind of Stupid looking. But comment and let me know what you think. Throw a bunch of money into it. Leave it as it is. Or should I go even bigger? Should I throw a 143 kit in this thing? I need some input. All right, that's all. Let me know.